back. Apparently my first video wasn't terrible because you're here again. I just want to give you all a quick update on what I'm doing, like what's going on with me now. And it's probably going to turn into like a little bit of post-op medical issues, just because of the way that it is. I had wanted to get my relationship video out first, and I recorded it once, but the shorts that I was wearing must have like rode up a lot when I sat down, because it showed off way too much leg for me to be comfortable with. So I'm going to re-record that at some point. Right now I'm not feeling too well, so and that's a lot of talking. I kind of want this to be a shorter video. I had my gallbladder out yesterday, which, you know, if you didn't hear about it on my Instagram, I don't know how you missed it, but basically 2 weeks ago yesterday, I had some eggs on the way to work, and I just had some really bad pain afterwards, and then it went away after I just sort of sat for an hour. And when I got home, like around noon or 1 o'clock, I had put some chicken in the oven, and I had a spoonful of peanut butter while it was cooking. And before I even was able to like eat the chicken, I was just in so much pain. It was really bad. That's when people on Instagram suggested that it was my gallbladder. Whew, deep breaths hurt. Hi, Lou. This is my Bella. So, I went to the doctor's the next day, which was a Friday. He ordered an ultrasound for me to do that day. So I went and did it, and he called me later that night, told me that I definitely have gallstones, it's my gallbladder, and I had an appointment with the surgeon on the following Tuesday. He emphasized that, if, alright Lou, you're gonna need to chill, that, if the pain got worse, then I really needed to go to the emergency room because it could turn into something urgent. So, that's my other dog. So, Sunday, the pain was really, really bad, and I ended up going to the emergency room. They did some testing, they did a repeat ultrasound, and they did a urine test, and they figured that I had a kidney infection, which was probably accurate, but the first symptoms that I had, which was some painful urination, was at the emergency room. The pain wasn't from a kidney infection, and that's what they were pushing. So, fine, whatever. They gave me antibiotics and the same pain meds my primary care had given me, and sent me home. Saw the surgeon on Tuesday. He said, "Yep, looks pretty bad. We're gonna take it out." And the first available appointment that they had was yesterday. So that was like another week and a half. So the past 2 weeks have been pretty harsh. I've only been to the gym like 4 times. Yeah, why don't you go lay down? I love you. She's too big for her own good. She's a lapdog. So I only made it to the gym like 4 times. Cardio was terrible. Like all of that moving and like bouncing, I guess. It was really bad. I was able to lift weights a couple of times, but poorly. The surgery went really, really well. I got to the hospital rather, at about 8 a.m. and I left at noon. I probably rushed the discharge a little bit, but I really wanted to get out of that place. I was just not feeling great about it. The only thing that gets me about the surgery is, so I have 3 incisions on the right side of my abdomen. And then the 4th one, which is the bigger one, is seriously inside of my belly button. I don't know why. I mean, that's not a good place for an incision. I just, like, it's warm in there, and I haven't had problems since before surgery, but there have been times where I've gotten like red rashy infections in there and like underneath my tummy and stuff. So I mean, I could just imagine that happens to people. I mean, I'm gonna get up and show you the incisions from this surgery. Okay, so pull this up a little. So here we go. I've got an incision here, and one here. And they're very much like the ones from gastric bypass, which, you know, I still have scars. I don't put anything on the scars because I figure if my tummy's going to look like this anyway, I don't care about the scars. And then the one, it's like seriously inside of my belly button. Who puts, I mean, couldn't we like do it here or here? I just think that would be, I just think that would be more reasonable. What happens to those people who are bigger than I am? You know, or maybe whose hygiene isn't as great as mine is, because I'm pretty darn clean. You know, I mean, what happens to those poor folks that end up with that infection or that rash? Because I'm sure that's common. Other than the gallbladder issues, come on, just listen to this. So, other than the gallbladder issues, I've been in the emergency room 3 times for dehydration because I'm stubborn and it's completely my fault. But to go along with that, the first 8 months post-op, I had severe chronic nausea. It was bad stuff. I would vomit probably 10 to 15 times a week, and it didn't matter what I ate. I could eat one thing for breakfast and it would be fine, and then have the same thing for lunch, and just hurl my guts out. So it was really bad. I got really good at vomiting, which is a pretty sick thing to say, but it got to the point where I could just go into the bathroom at work, puke, and be out in 3 minutes. And that's pretty sick, but that's what it came down to. So what would happen is when I would puke, it'd be really hard to get fluids in after that. So I just wouldn't. I wouldn't try hard, and I got dehydrated. So then once I got dehydrated, I got tired, and then drinking more was an issue. I mean, it was just this cycle, and I wound up in the emergency room 3 times. In addition to dehydration, I've also got iron deficient anemia, which sucks. You know, there's some different treatments that we're looking at, but we needed to get the gallbladder taken care of first. The anemia thing has really gotten bad recently in the past month, and we definitely need to treat that. Just the iron pills aren't working. It's not helping enough. So we might have to go to infusions or something else, but we're going to do that after I'm healed from the gallbladder issues. Other health issues, I think that's it. With the gallbladder, between the pain meds, the pain from the gallbladder and the anemia, in the past 2 weeks, I have passed out 3 times. Once in the shower, once just standing up in my living room, and once in the bathroom. And yeah, so I mean, I'm getting there. I'm going to be better after I take my pain pill, which is in another half an hour, because I'm really strict about how I'm taking those. I'm only taking them with in the times that they tell me to. I'm taking them strictly as prescribed because I've been on them for so long, and I'm afraid of addiction. It's so easy for people who are post-op to become addicted to things. And for the 2 weeks before surgery, I was on the hydrocodone, but I didn't need to take it all the time. I mean, there were days where I only took it at night after I was really tired, and you know, and I was really in pain. I would go the whole day without taking it, but I definitely need it now. I'm in a lot of pain. This video is probably terrible, but those are my post-op health issues. You know what I mean? You look at those issues that I've had and compare it to the issues that I would have had I not lost a bunch of weight. I mean, I could be sitting here 370 pounds making a YouTube video about what it's like to be 26 years old and have diabetes and cellulitis and asthma and heart disease. I mean, those were all the things that I was on track to have sooner rather than later. The cellulitis, I would get it every single summer when I got poison ivy. It's gross stuff. I mean, seriously, I would say the gallbladder is the biggest issue that I've had. The summer that I had, so first I got poison ivy, and then I got a staph infection in that poison ivy, and then I got cellulitis in that wound on my leg. That is all worse than this gallbladder surgery. And that would have happened again. And I don't have that anymore, and I don't have diabetes. So I think it's a completely fair trade. This iron stuff, I get tired really easily, but I'm still doing way more than I could before. You know, I can go to the gym and I can do stuff. So I think it's been a completely fair trade. I don't put less value on gastric bypass just because of these health issues that I've had. I think I'm okay, and I think I'm gonna be okay. So I'm going to end this video. I'm going to see about editing it, maybe post it, and take some pain meds and take a nap. What do you think, Blue? Bella, will you help me out? It hurts to stand up, Bella. Will you help me? Do you care about me? Bella, do you love me? Hey, Bella. Hi. Can you help me up? You're kind of a bum. Can I just sit here?